What's up guys, in this video I will show you how to perform high quality one step on German paint. I will show you what we use and how we pick the right combination for the best results. So we're gonna do it on this car, Skoda Octavia from 2015. Paint on Skodas in general isn't the hardest I ever came across, like some BMWs have a lot harder paints. Skoda is somewhere between. It's not soft paint either, but in general it's very nice to work on. The condition of this car is not the worst I've ever seen for 11-year-old car, sort of typical damage that you could expect from a car that hasn't been sort of properly maintained. What is one-step polishing? Of course, as many people polishing cars, everyone has sort of different idea about it. Most of people say that one-step is using medium pad, medium compound polisher, and whatever you achieve with that, that's a one-step. For us, we try to find the best sort of balance between imperfection removal and achieving proper gloss. So we try to achieve finish without holograms and haze. So to perform one step we have to consider a couple of things. Same as in paint correction, you also consider that too. So first of all, hardness of the paint, how hard the paint is, how quickly, how easy you remove the imperfections. Another factor is what sort of level of damage you have to deal with. And of course, time that you can spend on the car, that's another big factor. So in general, as you can imagine, there is no way of giving you one combination that will fit every car. As many cars as you will deal with, they will have different sort of hardness of the paint, they will have different level of damage, and you just have to adjust your polishing, your combination to what you have in front of you. If you are new to machine polishing or you do it for some time, but all the time you're struggling with getting results, regardless whether it's removing imperfections or achieving that proper finish, I would recommend you to watch this video. In this video I'm showing how to use dual action machine properly. Before you start to look for products, you should master the technique of using the machine. When it comes to the choice of polishing pads, what we use ourselves most of the time are pads from company called Nut. As you can see, they have nice selection of pads in different gradations. The reason why we use them is they work really well, they are durable, and also they are very well priced. With this selection of pads, we can perfectly adjust the strength of our polishing combination. For this car, what I'm gonna start with is with yellow pad, which is sort of medium pad. Other pads, red and black, are softer. Orange, blue, they also sort of medium pads, but the aggressivity of them increases as you go up. Green pad, purple and white are heavy coating pads, and of course again, the higher you go, the stronger pad you have. When it comes to compounds, once you get in compound from decent brand, from any sort of good detailing shop, you will get results there. There is not gonna be huge difference between compound from this brand or that brand. What you need to choose is the proper gradation of the compound. We use ADBL compounds, they work extremely well for us. So for this job, I will use for start medium compounds from ADBL. When it comes to the polisher, I will use 15mm throw dual action polisher. This one is from Liquid Elements. Doesn't matter if you pick Rups, Flex, any other brand. I find 15mm throw dual action polishers will work most effectively, especially when you start in polishing, etc., for achieving that sort of best results in single stage polishing. Of course, if you have different dual action polisher, for example 9mm dual action, it will still do the job. However, the progress will be a bit slower than in the case of this one. You can pick also 21mm dual action polisher. However, the higher the throw of polisher, you sort of need more experience. You need to sort of practice more to achieve that proper finish in single stage. When it comes to machine polishing, every car you will be dealing with, you should start from testing the panel. In this case, as I said, I'm gonna use medium combination, the 15mm throw dual action polisher. I want to test the panel and see what sort of result it will give me. After that, I will be able to decide whether I should change combination or just complete the full car with this combination. For single stage polishing, of course, we have limited time, so I'm gonna try to complete bigger section. In this case, I'm going on the section like 4x4 size of my pad, where normally for paint correction, to get that deeper cut, I usually reduce it to 3x3. For testing the panel, of course, I'm gonna put in place all the factors that are very important during polishing, which is making sure the rotor motion is in place all the time while I'm polishing. I'm gonna put in proper arm speed, speed of the polisher, and pressure. And when it comes to the number of passes, I'm just gonna do 4 laps on this panel. It doesn't make sense to do many more, and the reason of that is we're doing single stage polishing, and if you're doing 10-12 passes on section like this, you're nearly better off to do 2 different stages. So I did 4 passes with medium step. After that, and this is something extremely important when you're doing polishing, I removed the compounds with panel wipe. Why should you do that? Let's have a look at the back of this car. So as you can see here, someone machine polished this car. I imagine they use rotary polisher, but they definitely never use panel wipe and inspection torch to check the results. If you just wipe residue of compound with dry cloth and you don't use panel wipe, what happens is there is still tiny bit of residue of compound in those minor marks. That's why you need to use panel wipe. It will remove it fully. So let's see the result I achieved here on this paint. So as you can see here, there is nice improvement from that medium combination. We have pretty perfect level of gloss. However, there's still some deeper marks still left on the paint. Can we do better improvement within the same time? Absolutely. We have selection of pads, we have other compounds as well. So I'm gonna increase the combination by changing the pad to slightly bit harder. And for this, I'm gonna use blue pad. I will use the same compound and the same polisher. So 4 passes on this section. After that, wipe with dry cloth, panel wipe, and let's see the results. So in this case, I can clearly see there is improvement on the imperfection removal. There's a lot less swirl marks left after this set of passes. Gloss remains at very high level still. So as you can see, by that little change, I'm getting better results within the same time. Can we get any better results on this car within the same time, as that's all matter? We still have to spend whatever hours to complete the car, so the better combination we'll find, the better results we'll get. So in this case, we know what this combination done for us. So for single stage, you could easily accept these results. However, if you wanted to push that a little bit forward, what you could do is you could try heavy coating compound and blue pad, or you could also try to increase the hardness of the pad maybe 1 step. So for the next section, I will use heavy coat compound from ADBL, and I will use this green pad from NAT. So this is sort of softest heavy coating pad from this range. So another set of passes. This time I use heavy coating combination along with 15mm short dual action machine, and let's see the results. So as you can see here again, a really nice improvement. Very high level of correction in this case because I use harder combination. Level of gloss still at extremely good level. That shows that you don't need to use medium combination for single stages. You can use heavy combination. Once you're dealing with harder paints, it will work very well. There is still a couple of little marks on this panel. Maybe camera doesn't show it, but I can see it from here. Could I go any forward with that single stage polishing? So use better combination for the same time of work? Absolutely, I could try. I would go for, let's say, the white nut pad and heavy good combination. When I use that white pad, which is pretty hard, what I do is I do sort of 3-4 stronger passes initially, and then I do 2 very light passes where I reduce the speed and release the pressure altogether from my polishing. So in that case, I cut it harder at the start and refine it at the end. In the case of last result, when it comes to single stage polishing, this is what we kind of aim for when we offer this service. I think for sort of entry level detail service, the results from where we started to what we have now, it's exceptionally good. So I hope this video explains you well how you should look for the best combination for your single stage polishing. If you have different pads, different compounds, that doesn't really matter. You have to mix and match and try, check it, and then you'll see which one gives you the best result. The general rule in polishing is that the softer combination gives you more gloss and the harder combination sort of cuts more, but usually leaves bad finish. But I hope in this video you can see clearly that if you use right sort of combination on right paint, you will get the result even within one step. I get a lot of calls from people, especially when it comes to my polishing courses, and they ask me whether on the course I will teach 3-stage, 2-stage polishing. In general, on courses, what I do is I teach how to operate polisher properly and how to deal and judge the results that you get. Once you understand that, the job is very simple. You choose harder combination for more imperfection removal. If the finish is bad, all you do, you just step down the combination, and in 99% cases that works. And when it comes to single stage polishing, and once you master single stage polishing correctly, you'll have no issues whatsoever to perform high level of corrections. As paint correction is not about how many stages you do, it's about 2 things, about imperfection removal and leaving proper finish without haze and without holograms. That's everything in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet and you want to see other videos that I'm gonna do in the next while, make sure you subscribe it. If you have any questions, comment below, and see you on the next one.